Welcome back to the tournament, everyone. I'm recording another one from the 8th. This is not a 2v2 for some reason. I don't know the specifics, but supposedly one of the players left very suddenly, forcing it to become a 1v1 instead, which is not cool, by the way. Anyway, let's go through the players. We have Smassle for the United States as Armor Company. And we have Erikaltsumi, which I have found out is Erika, I believe, is Strafdivision for the Wehrmacht. So this is going to be an interesting little one. Straf versus US Armor. On a very small map like Crossroads. That's going to mean a lot of combat very quickly. Or we can see the Pioneers are moving up, but I think the Realism might meet them here. Oh, he's using the building. That's going to allow the Pioneers to win that engagement. Quite handily at that. The Pioneers, I believe, are not bad soldiers, in all honesty. And in my own honest opinion, I think the Pioneers should become assault infantry, kind to the Storm Pioneers that the Mthis gets. Because technically, Pioneers were assault troops. One flash going in, but I think Smassle waited for that. Needs to be careful, stay out of the fire. Yeah, the staff troops are just moving up aggressively. The staff is apparently very meta at the moment, as I come to understand, for the Wehrmacht. Probably because it's very cheap infantry, which you normally don't have access to. It looks like Erika is being exceptionally aggressive with them. Holy shit. Smash has already lost a fair amount of riflemen. Already thinking in a Jeep is coming out for the Americans. Then again, that's probably a good call because the staff troops have no anti-tank weapons. Like, at all. Also looks like Erika is forgoing capturing their own fuel. Or someone denying it for the Americans, evidently. But the Americans are becoming entangled. Looks like the 50 cal on the base can open fire in this angle. Jeep has arrived. But all the staff troops behind cover will cause issues for it. Well, they actually already suppressed because staff troops are not the best of infantry, if you're wondering. They are pretty low quality, but they are cheap. That's kind of the big selling point of them. I think the Jeep might actually have been a good call. Now that these guys are suppressed too, that means the Americans just move up closer to them. So far the Americans are doing okay despite the setback early on. But Erika is taking up already, thanks to just utilizing cheap infantry. Looks like the suppression have been broken slowly thanks to the heavy cover. So now they can open fire on the Jeep again. Americans are preparing to move up though. Gunner's dead. That's gonna force the Jeep to pull back. NG-34 arriving though for the Germans, probably gonna sit up here behind the stone fence. Gonna make it a very hard position to attack. Yep, definitely.
We have been granted access to superior
30 cal coming off the Americans, looks like it's gonna be the water-cooled version.
Orders complete. Get hammered here. Go ahead. Heavy machine gun team ready for orders.
Jeep once again causing issues for these penals. Force them to pull back. But the Americans have stabilized their main front line. Problem is, this MG-34 is going to cause a lot of issues for them, I think.
On your feet, ladies.
This 30 cal is going to have to be very cautious wherever it sets up. And next to them are on the open. Probably not the best position, but I guess you cannot be... you cannot choose, really, in this kind of environment. I believe he's actually had the fuel for longer than the Germans, so I believe he's going to have more advantage of it. Especially once he connected it. But now Erika is enabling the Germans to get their own fuel resource. I suppose the MG back behind some of the wood here. Probably not the best color, but it'll have to do.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Not American Rifleman.
Ready. Send orders.
Now Jeep prepares to move out with some rifleman support.
Nuts. We got orders coming.
I believe it's Armor Division he gets to arm them with. I'm not sure what. Is it the pineapple? I honestly don't remember.
How can we help?
Ready. Enemy infantry.
Yeah, Eric is just doing Straftrupps and nothing else. I guess that is just a very popular thing to do.
Forward headquarters are now available. We can now commandeer structures for use as command posts.
Almost as if the entire German army is just a bunch of criminals, it seems. Criminals and deserters. No actual troops. I think the riflemen will do better if they can get closer. Well, the Erica could start arming them later on with MP40s, which would definitely increase their effectiveness. So the MG34 is set up closer to the front. Pineapple going in on them. That's one staff troop down.
Infantry squad has been killed.
Another staff is being prepared. Jeep is going into a flanking maneuver on the MG34.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Not getting the best of hits though. But it is causing damage.
Fresh grenadier squad. The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Mainly the big issue of the staff troop is that they have no anti-tank equipment, like whatsoever. They can lay mines though, which is I think is also one of the things you are meant to do with them. Looks like the vertical is actually doing a pretty decent job. Ah, that's already been laid mines by the staff troop. Because our 3rd infantry being prepared, much better long-range combat troops than the normal riflemen. Until they're being called in on the vertical.
All done over here.
Americans could move down here to cut off the fuel.
We got a rifle squad.
But looks like the Jeep is actually doing a pretty good job. You could actually even upgrade with expert gunnery, I think, to make it even more accurate. Looks like the Germans are just lacking anything to stop it. They could go for a 2-2-1, I feel, but they might be planning for something else. We also have the first of the 3rd infantry coming out.
I smell orders.
Also some re-echelon, I imagine, to deal with the minefields.
Listen up.
But I believe the 3rd infantry division is going to be a lot better at longer range engagements.
Rear echelon squad ready for action.
Yeah, re-echelon arriving in, we'll probably see the minesweeper pretty quick.
Someone get us out of here.
MG34 pointed the wrong way. Again, it's probably just as a deterrence against the Jeep.
Orders. I got orders.
Contact! Engine! Set!
So Jeep can just move back and repair. Rifleman in jeopardy. The MG34 is getting good shots here.
Crew ready. We're under attack. Machine gun squad.
Boys, you ready to roll out?
The Germans are getting Storm Pioneers. Another unique unit to the Staff Division. But Pioneer Battalion 45. Very good assault infantry. Probably what normal Pioneers technically should be. Because Pioneers were specifically actually assault infantry as well as engineers for German units. Pineapple going out, but also Steel Handgranate in return.
Orders incoming.
Minesweeper is being loaded up. Loaded up. You don't load up a Minesweeper, I think.
Well, grab your
And that's gonna deal with the German fuel problem.
Orders. Squad, get ready. Enemy
And the 3rd infantry is a lot better than you'd think. It's actually a pretty competent unit. Oh, we also have Kettenhunde though. Kettenhunde is really good German military police that might be a little bit too good in my opinion.
Advanced vehicle crew tactics now.
I'm not sure why military police should be so good at hitting stuff.
Bust out the metal, boys! Promotion!
They should be there to buff troops, not actually do the fighting. Storm Pioneers present. Can be loaded with all kinds of good assault equipment. Even a Panzerstrike if you need it. Kettenhunde behind cover, and look how accurate they are. It's kind of ridiculous in all honesty, I think. I also think the Kettenhunde might be a little bit too accurate. Like, look how they're killing the Americans behind cover there at this range. With MP40s, which the MP40 is accurate, but as a 3-man squads, that might be a little bit too much. We do have a command German coming out though. And the Germans only have an F1. Which I do not think can stand up the command German unless you're lucky. The Kettenhunde have no AT though. And the Jeep finally got taken out. You actually have an AT rifle being equipped on the Pioneers here. The Panzerbüchse 39.
Armor here. Alright, you don't listen up.
Orders!
Looks like some kind of artillery being called in here. Fire for effect.
Send your orders.
A little bit cheeky to do it on the range of the base like that. So that means that the machine gun has to move. I don't think he's noticed. Yeah, there goes the machine gun. It can be recruit though. That is a very cheeky move though, Erica, I think.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Artillery going in the MG34. He knows it's there. Looks like it's gonna be 100, 105.
Making a push.
Oh, that's gonna kill the machine gun out, straight out the gate. And now the Americans are losing their fuel on the other side of the flank here. There's just too many Straftuppen.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Pack 40 present.
Enemy spot described to engage.
The 30 should probably get out of there. Pack 40 present, that's gonna be a threat to the command Sherman.
Just got a report.
And F1 just completely mauled through the other flank. Now the American is suddenly in trouble. Erica turned this around. Pretty damn quick too.
Armor ready. A capture point is under attack.
Pack 4's gonna get a rear shot here. Didn't penetrate.
Go ahead.
Needs to keep moving. It's still in range of the pack.
Ready for action.
Didn't hit though. Ammo rack on the Panzer F1.
Destroy. Send over.
Good to see the Americans getting a comeback like that.
Medics are ready for deployment.
Medics coming out too. Yeah, because the Americans actually lack an upgrade in that base, I think. That spawns medics. Willie Pete going in, hitting the graveyard fence though. A2 being prepared by the United States. Definitely a good choice because, as I said, the penals, German penals, lack AT equipment. He will literally just drive up on the penals here. They literally have nothing to stop him. Plus would be a Brandflash, but that would only stun the tank. Now the 3rd Infantry is going to be on the flank here. Brandflash going in on them though. Oh, and that's a terrible loss right there.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Now the other A2 arriving though. So Americans are getting more and more armor. And Germans only have one unit with AT capabilities. And technically they also have these Sturm Pioneers here. They have the Panzerknacker. I don't think the command Sherman can capture. Good attempt though. And now with the Shermans coming onto the field, the Germans are going to have a lot more trouble. Like Floyd's going to try and get a good shot here though, I think. Penetration, that Sherman has to pull back. Panzer IV-H being prepared. Personally, I do not believe the Straf Division should get the Panzer IV-H. They should be allowed to use only have really desperate equipment. You're not supposed to have good stuff as Straf Division in all fairness. Like, you're not actual good stuff. That's just my opinion, though. I think if some German commands get the Panzer IV-H a little bit too often, they should probably get some weaker tanks in all fairness. Not that the Panzer IV-H is that powerful. It's actually... people just think it's that good, but... I think if the Allied tanks are utilized correctly, they can beat the Panzer IV-H pretty well. More Firefly effect going in. Firefly effect also needs to be changed, I believe, because the current form of it is just a bit too good. Artillery does not function like that, where it pinpoints in on people. Double Panzer IV-H, really? So Staff into Panzer IV-H, that's just such a cheesy thing, I think. Oh, excuse me, I just moved the thing on my end. That's not intentional. Not that I think you would have noticed much. Well, the Pete hit the bushes, so that's not very useful. A2 is almost repaired, but I think double Panzer IV-H will probably be too much for them to handle. Oh, he's blitzing in. But oh, the Sherman actually got the better of this. Do not underestimate the Sherman. The Sherman has some pretty good frontal armor. And there we go, one Panzer IV-H down. Nice. Good job, Smassle. Keep up the good work. It's good to see Smassle doing a good job like that. Not a Panzer IV-H has arrived though for the Germans. I believe Erika should probably have waited for the second Panzer IV-H before committing them to battle. Generally, it's better to have two tanks cooperating than one solo tank trying to do everything on its own. Because now, this Panzer IV-H is gonna face two Shermans. And the Pack 40 is still just waiting here in an ambush to get a good shot. Did not do anything though.
Enemy infantry. Armor ready. Ready, send.
Another A2 being prepared. Looks like a Stuka is gonna go in here to decap the point. Incoming! This A2's in trouble, lost its gun. And that's gone. Ammo cooked off.
A medium tank was just lost.
Now the Americans are barely getting any resource unless they can get that cutoff point back. Come on, Americans, you can do it. Oh, Stuk G coming in now. That is a much better choice. I much prefer to see the Stuk over the Panzer IV-H for Straf. More artillery going in here. Another fire for effect. And Erika's dropping in everything in that area. But the Americans can just avoid it. Since the Germans have no machine gun, he could just smoke this position and start to push up with the infantry. The Germans do, after all, have the ability to fire smoke canisters, which is a pretty good ability, actually. Probably one of the best uses of the Sherman is actually as a support weapon that way. It's amazing for infantry support. Also looks like a heavy mortar being prepared here by the Germans. 12 centimeter. Unique mortar to the Staff Division, I'm pretty sure. Basically, it's the exact same mortar as the Russians used, which is no big surprise. The Germans copied a lot of equipment from the Soviets straight up after they noticed how effective Russian equipment was. This third infantry is going to get cut up. Yep. No Kampfkraft center either for Erika, huh? Shermans are moving into position. Will Pete, but they had already retreated by that point. Stuk Panzer IV moving into position. Pack 4 returning as well.
Send your orders.
And a tank rifle rate going in, but I don't think they'll do much. Stuk missed. Panzer IV is in trouble. Do not think the Shermans are weak. The Sherman is a really good tank. We also have a howitzer coming out here for the Staff Division. Good to see the Shermans doing a good job. Sherman's living up to its actual reputation. Well, not actual reputation, but how it's actually statistically meant to be. The Sherman is a really decent tank, but people just don't think it is. Explosive on the pack did not do much. Yeah, that's not going to help them. Now the Stuk in the defensive position will do a lot better. Oh, but a good shot there, the loader. But the command Sherman is down. I think he's trying to carol the Shermans into artillery fire. That captain needs to get out of there. Or the command crew, anyway. Yeah, he needs to get his Sherman out of there. One good artillery shot, and that Sherman's in trouble. Yeah, it's already been immobilized there. It's gonna make it an easy target. And I think the Panzer IV is gonna capitalize on that. Another Panzer IV is being prepared, and indeed it's Stuk coming up. One good shot there, but in return, they also got shot. But it's down. I don't think the American anti-tank grade will do anything.
HMG squad ready for action.
This is the anti-infantry grenades. Another A2 in the field, but I think the Germans are getting too much armor presence now. This A2 is going to be very hard pressed to get anything done. And now he's not bombing the base with the heavy mortar. Erika, you are being way too cheeky sometimes.
We are losing a sector.
Come on, Smassle. Oh, he does have the munitions for a grenade. Oh, that sucks. That sucks real bad. No, the Panzer IV is gonna win here, I think. No! No penetration. Sherman once again proving it's not actually bad. Heavy mortar being forced to pull back. Now the Kett unit will move up and apparently just mowed everything down. Which they really shouldn't be capable of. It's a military police unit, it's not like elite combatants. They're meant to discipline, not kill anything, not kill the enemy. Fall down 4 propaganda artillery. So the propaganda is still going in on the vertical there. And more artillery going in on the American base again.
Ready. Go ahead. Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out. Infantry, deal with the MG.
Oh, good shot from the Sherman, but fire for effect is going in the area. And another Panzer IV. They just keep getting Panzer IV H's afterwards. That's the silly thing about Strafe.
Just wasted some of our riflemen.
I see why people go for Strafe. It's just you can get Panzer IV H's and cheap infantry. That's way too good of a combination in my opinion. They should get like Panzer IV J's or something. Not Panzer IV H's. You should be hard pressed to get root vehicles in Strafe Division. It should be something that's meant for desperate things. Because you're basically just using criminals and deserters. Stuk G is moving up. And the Americans don't have much to stop it. Yep, and that's one Sherman down. Artillery just still going on the American base. Oh, good job there with the 3-inch gun. Oh, another good shot there, critical hits. But Germans will probably have the means to just pull them back. And here comes another Panzer IV-H. Smoke shell going in, that's wise. And then the high explosive coming in afterwards. Oh, right on the gun.
We are losing Soldat.
My squad's ready. Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
But this Sherman's gonna win a long range, but it might actually, if it's lucky. The other Panzer IV will flank though. Oh, no penetration! Yes, go Sherman! Yeah, fuck yeah! Fucking love Shermans that get the job done. I don't think the American can pull this off at this point.
Sherman ready. Crew ready.
Well, the Shermans have been doing a pretty good job despite everything. Ah, here comes the Sturm Pioneers. They're gonna throw Gewaltladung. It's just all the Panzer IV-H is coming out now. So I see the strategy is just get Straftroopen, hold on until Panzer IV-H's get artillery. That's just a little bit silly in my opinion. Like, where's the actual German troops you would need in between?
We have a new Panzer IV.
Now I think out in the open the Americans here will cut them down, but we just don't intend to take the point anyway.
Ready.
Sherman trying to push up.
Watch for my hand.
God damn it! Someone get us out here! Armor ready.
Like 40 turning, probably to try and get ready to face this Sherman.
Order! Over here!
Surprised the carbines in this officer crew is actually doing a pretty decent job. High explosive almost killed him though. American base is in big peril. Panzer IV H is gonna go for a move.
Down the hatch! Ready, set. Sherman ready to go.
No penetration. No penetration for the German either.
Crowds are sniffing around our
Good from the Sherman right there. But it's getting penetrated itself, and now the Stuk is gonna flank. Ah, missed. Miss hit. Oh, the Sherman's quickly moving to try and flank here.
We've lost a fighting position. Sherman, take it
But let's take that one Panzer IV.
Good shot. We just lost.
Now the DC to take out the Stuk. Oh, composite B. Essentially an early form of C4. Much better anti-tank weapon for the Americans there once they get the upgrade for it. Panzer IV is being very aggressive here. Good shot from the Sherman.
We've been promoted.
Yeah, Sherman, come on! No, no penetration. God damn it. Sherman, prove your worth! God damn it.
Gunner's hurt. Somebody get on that gun. Tank ready.
But fuck me, I love Shermans when they can just give it to the Panzer Force. As they should be able to. The Germans should know to learn that the Panzer IV is not the best thing he can get. The Germans need to realize they need to utilize Stuks and other things.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
That said, the artillery is just being too much for the American position, I think. There are more artillery coming in here.
Wiped out.
Real big shame, but that's just how it is.
Supply line just got cut
They
off.
put on definitely a good show though. Very aggressive fight here. And also surprisingly long. Especially on crossroads, which I believe generally tends to be rather short sometimes.
Taking fire. We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
That Panzer IV is version 3 though, which is gonna make it a lot better. Second A2 arriving.
Forces are securing our territory.
Ah, but it has to go another route because this route is blocked by the other German. Man, the American buildings are about to be destroyed though, which is a big problem. Which is probably why, when I do, I generally get the. Not sure the Americans actually get that upgrade, but other factions have an upgrade where they have a maintenance thing where we'll repair the base for them. Doesn't look like the Americans get that though, which makes it very vulnerable to artillery in the long run. Pack 40 got a shot the Sherman there. Panzer IV H is probably going to go in for the kill now. Good shot there from the Shermans again.
We're losing a capture point. Enemy tank is cutting us off.
But a third Panzer IV H is coming into. So many Panzer IV H's. Where's all the Stuks?
Gunner's hurt.
Good shot there from the Panzer IV though.
Echelon troops on the front line. Listen up. Here's the deal.
But I don't think there's much more fight left. Yeah, looks like Smassle surrendered. No point in continuing at this point, I believe, but very good fight. A good job to Smassle. He did an amazing job trying to hold back pull back the Germans here. I'll see you all next time, everyone.